trunk and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the ape in. I live with birds come out. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battleship. I live with birds.
Unlike any other in sport, as both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Now, Barney! Set! Green!
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And spins away. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run with Marshall. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. He's got Curse. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This is Marshall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time that we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into Week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in Week 2 with runs like that and then some. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is When they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Blue, Landy. Detroit. Blue, Detroit. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Looking to throw on second down. Rowe looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Detroit. Gun. Detroit. Here we go. Detroit. Blue, Landy.
On 1st and 10. Rowe got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Now let's go. Blue, Landy. Detroit.
On 1st down, Rowe looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch him now, Barney.
And here's Marshall. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keith Marshall with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. It's the score 7-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Detroit! God!
To throw on second down. Rowe. He's airing it out for Williams. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Rowe. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, here we go. Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning! Leopard!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, a nice spin. And now running right through it. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. On the stop there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Gone! Gone! Now let's go! Green, 30-56! Green, 30-56!
Looking to throw on second down. Rowe. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rowe, buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Marshall. They find some open field here. Powering his way forward. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keith Marshall, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him.
And wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's
them.
a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Los Angeles already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jalen Smith.
All right, now.
In there to get him for a loss of 5.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the try. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a second and long to start things out.
Here we go now. Boom, got it. Boom, got it. Detroit, Detroit.
Operating from the gun. Rowe. Oh, nearly picked. Yeah, maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Rowe. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keith Marshall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Santos with the egg. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Slow.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it in.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught, and a fake will work. He's going to have a first down. What a play. It's a first down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football and you're passed off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Set! 319! 319!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Darnold down to throw. It's caught by Clive Walford. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get...
The coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Slow. Ready.
They go play action with Taylor. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Henry Anderson in there to get him for a loss of 5. Third and long, it's Taylor. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
It's Marshall. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
That's taken it around the 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jets. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We'll get the pressure off.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop. To throw is Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Keith Marshall on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Gone, gone. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go play action now. Taylor. And his pass incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Taylor. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
On
1st and 10, it's Taylor being chased out left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. Play action, it's Taylor. Shark's got it, left side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's got room. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Check, Patriot.
Buffer to about the 40. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Slow. Ready. 319.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
319. Slow. Z.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. He's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. On first down, it's Taylor. Caught left side, Williams. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Taylor forced out to his left. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone. Solid gain of 27. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Detroit 39.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
319.
To throw is Taylor. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down is Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend.
But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
slow. Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Chark, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
4 here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 31 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go.
Darnold looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
Back to throw, Darnold. Complete outright to Kurz. Past the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Keith Marshall taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Chargers.
Slow. Ready. Back.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Z.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of of bounds on the other side of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Taylor. This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis for the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Things were looking really good at half, Charles, but the story has changed, and they just sat this offense on the sideline getting blitzed in the second half.
And the pressure is really on because they need a big-time drive to calm things down. Well, as you mentioned, things have really gone in the wrong direction. The momentum's all on the other side of the ball. Their offense has now given their defense a lot of confidence. You know they're going to get after them here.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Keith Marshall, 67 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Smith in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land.
Go deep, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run for it with Marshall. Room here to run. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He'll get it up the middle. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Fourth. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, eluding the tackle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, now he bowls him over.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block